the front court, taking her time. McCarthy sets a high screen. Forenstein, a three. Deep one is very good. Coughs it up, 2 apiece, 3 minutes gone by. McCarthy, a J from the baseline, feathery.
Wade looking for a lane to drive, gets inside, now kicks it to the corner. Megan Muir for 3 and good.
Will dribble out the clock as she watches the time expire. Your Bedford Bulldogs are Division I NHIAA state champions.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bedford High Gymnasium here on this chilly Friday evening. Harry Kozlowski here with Mike Top, and we're bringing you the season finale for the Bedford girls. It's not quite the finale for the Londonderry Lancers, but they are two teams coming into this game. They are undefeated. Bedford at 17-0 and Londonderry at 16-0.
Yeah, Harry, I mean, you can't ask for anything else, right? End of season, battling for that 1 seed for the playoffs. Two great teams. You look at their comparables. They each played, the same teams 10 times, pretty much identical. 60, 62 points for, giving up 30-point differential. I mean, this is going to be just a great game.
And it's a team that the two are very close to each other. And we're going to listen to Coach Gibbs here in just a moment, talking about how he works with the Londonderry coach on that holiday tournament and other things. So there's a lot of give and take between these two teams, so it's not surprising that they are here and they're both undefeated. Let's see what Coach Gibbs has to say.
And we have Kevin Gibbs, coach of the Bedford girls, on the phone with us. Hello, Coach. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing well. Looking forward to the game Friday. It's been a while since we've done a game.
I know. We're feeling very neglected. And actually, the way our schedule worked, we had 6 straight road games. We were gone for almost a month.
Yeah.
Some of that was by design, not going to lie. We skewed towards an away schedule because it helps build the intestinal fortitude and a little bit of adversity, and the desire was to really challenge the team this year. So far, so good.
Well, I'm glad you brought up challenges because you actually had a game last Friday that challenged you. You haven't had too many of those, but Concord Christian came in pretty scrappy, and they gave you a fight for at least a half before you pulled away. Talk about that game.
They did. They have 2 to 3 very, very good players, and they can shoot the ball well, and we prepped for them really well, but we knew it was going to be a bit of a battle, and we also knew that our depth would probably work to our advantage as the game went on, which it did. Concord Christian tends to always come out strong in the first half and then struggle in the second half because their legs kind of give away, and that is what happened the other night. But they're for real in the sense that they're definitely a top 6 team in Division I this year, and so we're lucky in the sense that in our last 5 games, 3 of those games were good challenges. The Concord Christian game, that Pinkerton game at Pinkerton, and then, of course, tomorrow night's game against Londonderry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you couldn't draw up a better finale to a season than another team that is right behind you, also undefeated at 16-0. Talk about Londonderry and what they bring to the table.
Certainly. Londonderry is a very complete team. Well, almost complete in the sense that the one thing that is, I'm not going to use the word missing, I'm going to use the word not a part of their lineup would be a formidable power forward of some kind, but they make up for that in grit and intensity. They have an undersized forward by the name of Reagan Anderson, who doesn't get a whole lot of ink, but she's very much a linchpin to that team. She's a strong defender, a very strong rebounder. I don't know if you saw the news recently that she passed 1,000 career rebounds, which is an absolutely amazing statistic. She does all the little things. To quote Coach Buskey from Pinkerton, Reagan's a dirt dog. She gets all the stuff done that doesn't necessarily show up on a stat sheet, but they've got good scorers, they've got good guards. We like the matchup in the sense that the two teams complement each other really well in terms of strengths, and Coach Doherty and I are pretty close. We talk just about every day, and we've been kind of looking at this as a great test as to what kind of season each of us has had.
I got a question for you about games like this where you're facing a team that you very likely are going to meet deep in the tournament. How much does each team know about each other? Are there any secrets at this point, or are there things that you keep in your pocket for the tournament?
Yes and no, in this sense. We know each other very, very well. The kids on each team are friends with each other. Some of them play off-season ball with each other. We actually do some summer workouts together and mix the teams up. We follow each other closely. I mean, in terms of scouting, we've seen each other play numerous times. You know, we kind of co-host that holiday tournament, so we're both sitting in the stands watching the other team play 3 games over 3 days. So for the most part, if you were talking about personnel, I think John Dougherty knows our personnel really well. I think I know their personnel really well in terms of strengths and weaknesses. Having said that, we're both coaches in the sense that you try to throw in a wrinkle here and there. I took the time to go down and scout them last night on their game at Central Catholic and didn't see a lot in terms of new things. I did see one new inbound set that I hadn't seen earlier, and that is to say that we also have prepared a couple of things that we haven't shown anybody yet. I mean, in a game like this, you have to have something in your hip pocket just in case, and that's the best part about a game like this. You have something in your hip pocket. If you need it, you use it, and then you prepare for that possible next meeting by having something else on one or the other side of the ball, or maybe even on both sides of the ball that you can pull out and have available.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to the game Friday. We'll see you then, and then good luck in this one and in the tournament as well.
Thank you so very much, and appreciate the coverage.
Coach Kevin Gibbs of the Bulldogs, and they are announcing the starting lineups. We'll give them to you in just a moment, but first we're going to take a quick break for these messages.
BCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or CopperDoor.com.
The Concord Pep Band performing the national anthem here live in the gymnasium. Always a treat for that to have them here. Starting lineup now for the Londonderry Lancers. Number 5, Reagan Anderson. You heard Coach Gibbs talk about her. She's the 1,000-plus rebound gal here in her career. Gemma Murray, number 10. Brooke Ekrit, number 12. Mia Giampa, number 14. And Samantha Sullivan, number 21. On the Bulldog side, it is Annie Zink, number 3, number 5, Sarah Muir, Eva Zink, sister to Annie, number 12, and number 20, Kate Allard, leading scorer for the team, and Mel McCarthy is number 23, and those are your starting lineups.
Yeah, I mean, looking at Reagan Anderson, listening to the coach's interview, it's amazing that she has 1,000 rebounds. I mean, I'm looking at her, she's maybe 5'4". I pictured someone 5'10", 5'11", so obviously, as Coach alluded to, she's crafty down low.
And it's going to be Sullivan against Allard for the tip. Bulldogs going from right to left. Ball's loose, picked up by the Lancers. Sullivan goes right to the bucket, and she gets blocked from behind by Eva Zink. Good defensive play. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll stay with the Lancers. Anderson trying to inbound. Gets it in there. Here's a floater. Too hard. Bounces off the rim, but a rebound back to the Lancers. Pass inside to Sullivan. She's one-on-one trying to get free. Now kicks it outside. to Giampa. Correction, that's Murray, number 10. Now Anderson with the ball at the top of the three-point line. Three-point attempt by Giampa is partially blocked. It's short. Bedford recovers. Pass inside for McCarthy, gets tipped away, and Gemma Murray, long pass up to Ekred. Kicks it to Sullivan. Now Murray. Ekred with the ball once again. She stops. Finds Sullivan. Top of the key, sends it into the corner to Giampa. Back to Sullivan. She's trying to back in with the hook shot, and she's going to draw a foul. And it's going to be number 3, I believe. Yes, number 3, Annie Zink with the foul.
I mean, you see right here, right? She gets the height mismatch. Allard's on her, but then she gets the mismatch with Zink, and they give her the ball and draws the foul.
First free throw by Sullivan is good. That breaks the ice. It's 1-0 now for the Lancers. Second try coming, and it's good too. 2 for 2. Lancers draw first blood. They're up 2-0 here.
I mean, we got to watch that Samantha Sullivan, Kate Allard matchup all day, right? Those are probably arguably the 2 best girls in the state, both returning first-team All-Staters. That's going to be all day. That's going to be a great matchup.
McCarthy had her shot blocked, and the ball turned over. Lancers come away with it. Anderson now, quick pass up for Ekred, drives to the bucket, tries to underhand layup, and it's blocked out of bounds by Eva Zink, and the possession will stay with the Lancers.
Early on, you know, Londonderry's, they're doing what Bedford is. They're getting out on the break.
Here's the steal. Eva Zink takes the ball away, drives to the basket, turns around. Thought she might take the jump, instead kicks it out to Muir. Muir gets the ball right back. Short jumper is good. Bedford on the board now, all tied at 2. Sorry for interrupting you there, Mike.
No problem. I was just saying Londonderry early, they're getting out on the break.
And here's another steal. Every time you try to say something, Muir takes the ball away. And it's going to be Zink who puts it away, gives Bedford the 4-2 lead. Couple of turnovers quickly there, turning into points for the Bedford Bulldogs.
I mean, early on, you can see what this game is. High-paced, just going at each other, right? We're going to see that all day, all day.
It's worth mentioning here, this is the final game for the Bulldogs, and they're trying to hold on to that number 1 seed. Although in the girls Division 1, there are no buys. 16 teams go into the tournament, so everybody plays the opening round. And Bedford 105.1 and BCTV will have that playoff game for you on Monday, March 3rd, right here at BHS Gymnasium against an opponent to be determined. Right now, it's Manchester Central West that occupies the number 16 seed, but that could change.
Yeah, I mean, the way Division 1 girls is, I don't think the seeding matters that much. I mean, if you could be the 1 seed and get Pinkerton at the 4 seed, which you don't want to see. So I think, you know, you want to go in there undefeated, but at the end of the day, 1 or 2, it's the same thing.
Unlike the boys who are playing tonight, we'll get you an update on their score when we get it. But the boys, there's only 1 bye, and that is for first place. And Bedford right now is in that first place position. So they've got to win to keep that up. They've got 2 games coming up. 1 tonight, 1 on Tuesday against Spalding, which we're going to also broadcast here on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Lancers inbound to Murray. Watched by Zink. Still with it. Murray kicks it out to Ekred. Ekred pauses, now kicks it all the way out to, tried to get it out to Giampa, too high, out of bounds, turnover Lancers.
I mean, the thing about Londonderry is they're scoring. They've got 4 girls that have had 18 points or more. They got 3 girls who average in double digits, so they can score pretty much anyone in this starting 5 can have a big game.
Yeah, I've got this list right here, and of the top 30 scorers in Division 1, 3 of them are on the Lancers team. There's the shot inside by McCarthy. She's going to draw a foul. Only number 6, Kate Allard, is the only Bedford Bulldog on that top 30 list.
You'll see, you know, on the instant replay, you see when McCarthy's getting the ball inside, they're doubling, triple teaming her.
Gemma Murphy with the foul call. That's her first. And McCarthy hits her first free throw. 5-2 Bedford.
Just an update. Our freshmen, they won by 20 to Merrimack. JV girls won by 20. And then JV boys won by 40. So Bedford 3-0 going into this game, and I'll get you updates on the boys game as well.
McCarthy hits the second one. 6-2 now is the score. There's a pass high for Giampa once again. They must think she's 7 foot tall because they keep sending that ball so high.
They definitely want to get her the ball. She's a great shooter, proven time and time again she can hit that three. So they're obviously trying to get it to her. There's, as you said, overthrowing her.
Muir to McCarthy. Now there's a turnover. Anderson driving for the bucket. Layup good. First 2 points for Reagan Anderson. And it's now 6-4 Bedford. Bulldogs coming right back. Muir to McCarthy. She's going to try for the three and hits it.
When you got a 6-footer who can hit that, that opens things up for you.
Really nice stroke there by Mel McCarthy. And now here's the three coming from the Lancers, also good. Giampa gets the three.
Finally, yeah. That's what they were trying to do. Now we see why.
Pass inside to Zink. Kick back outside to Annie Zink, who gets the three. She's got 5 points. 12-7 Bedford. Sullivan against Allard. Changes direction now, spins around. Into the corner for Giampa for three. She hits it.
That was Murray.
Murray, thank you. 12-10. It's been a barrage of threes so far. Muir inside to Mel McCarthy, and she gets the short jumper. Bedford answers.
I mean, you see, we mentioned, you know, the Anderson's only about 5'5". She's guarding McCarthy. It's going to be tough for her all day.
Ekrit again, Zink kinks it out to Anderson, tries the three, it's short. She steals it right back though, dribbles it while it's on the ground. Kick out to number 12, Ekrit. Her three is short. Rebound to Murray for Londonderry. Now inside, Sullivan tries to lay it up underneath the bucket, couldn't do it, hits the bottom of the backboard. Pass up from Muir to Allard, and it's good. Allard's first 2 points. 16-10 Bedford.
You can see the pace. I mean, this is, I've never seen a high school game that this fast paced this early.
Now the Lancers try to slow it down a little. Gemma Murray decides to wait, let their offense take some shape here. Sullivan, Allard on her. Now Ekrit. And a three from Murray. That's 6 points for her. 16-13 Bedford. 3 threes for the Lancers and 2 for the Bedford Bulldogs. Here's Allard. She's going to try a three, and she gets it.
Possible 4-point play here.
And she got fouled.
Maybe more importantly, that gives Sullivan her first foul. If they can get her in foul trouble, that's going to be a huge advantage for them. One thing, you know, to note, of the 10 starters, only 3 of them are seniors. So next year, my expectation, you're going to see these two right back at 1 and 2 in the state.
Allard gets that. She's got 6 points. It's now 20-13 Bedford. Under 3 minutes to play. Muir steals that away. Kicks it over to Annie Zink. It's going to go off of her. I'm sorry, Eva Zink. Out of bounds Bedford. Turnover. Ball back to the Lancers. Murray leaves it there for Ekrit. Back to Murray. Along 3-point circle. Now she backs off. Anderson tried to get it inside to Sullivan. Sullivan could not get to it. Goes out of bounds. Turnover Lancers. Bedford with the ball. 2:14 to play. 20-13. Bulldogs up here in the first quarter. Annie Zink gets a pick from McCarthy. Now here's Muir. She's going to try from 3, and she gets it. Both these teams feeling it from 3-point range. 23-13, Bulldogs up 10. There's the drive and a kick outside to Giampa. She tries a jumper. It's too strong. Bedford with the rebound. Pass up to Muir, knocked out of bounds by Gemma Anderson. I'm sorry, Gemma Murray. It's going to be Bedford ball. Zink looking for the inbound. Gets it to Lana McCarthy. The starting five still in there for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, Bedford, they've been using their bench a lot. Londonderry, really, they play 6 or 7 every game.
Allard inside the key. She kicks it out to Annie Zink. Stops, pulls up, too strong, gets her own rebound back, kicks it out to McCarthy. Into the corner for Muir. She drives to the bucket, puts it up. She got hit. No call. Lancers with the rebound, but now turnover. Bedford gets it right back. What's the call here?
Over and back. I don't know.
How do you call that over and back?
It looked to me like no way that she was already over when she had control of that ball, but you know, they saw something different.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't come into contact with the ball until she was over the line, so kind of a strange call there. But Lancers get the ball here into the corner to Ekrit. She thinks about the three and takes it. A little off. Rebound goes to Anderson, kicks it out. Here's Sullivan, turns into the triple team, drives and gets fouled. Looks like it's going to be on Sarah Muir. No correction, that's going to be on Eva Zink. She's going to pick up the foul. And that is Eva's first, putting Sullivan on the line.
Of the 10 girls out there, 7 of them are playing in the senior versus underclassmen all-star game. So, you know, definitely, you know, a lot of tops girls in the States are playing right here.
And now a correction, it looks like my first inclination was correct. The foul is on Sarah Muir. Sullivan from the free throw line, she gets the first one. 3 for 3 so far for Sullivan. 23-14. Second attempt, also on the mark too. Perfect 4 for 4.
That's why she posts up, right? She can either finish, or if she goes to the line, she's going to shoot 75-85% from the line.
Here's Muir, waits, gets it to McCarthy. She's got room, takes the three, a little strong. Rebound to Ekrit. Lancers coming back. 40 seconds to go in the first. Ekrit to Giampa. Ball is hit, but Murray catches up. Good Murray, still with it. Being washed by Zink. Anderson dribbles into the corner, but Muir kicks it out of bounds or hits it with her hand.
Muir must have, between steals and deflections, she must have 6 or 7 already in the first quarter.
Ball inbounds with 23 seconds to play. Long pass inside to Sullivan. She had a little trouble corralling it. Now the three from Anderson is good.
Anderson already with 5 points. I think she only averages 3 or 4. So, as I said, they got a lot of scoring options here.
Shot by Zink is a little strong. Ball out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with Bedford. Just 4 seconds remaining on the scoreboard here. Zink will inbound the ball. Trying to find an open player. Gets it to Muir. Muir drives to the bucket. Better do it quickly. There's the buzzer, and that 3 attempt is short. And that's where we're going to finish right now. 23-18. Bulldogs with the 5-point lead.
I mean, you see the pace, 41 points in the first quarter. You know, this is going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be close. Everyone's there to keep most of their starters in. You know, I can see this game getting into the 70s and 80s.
Scoring for Bedford, unofficially, Annie Zink with 8 points, Sarah Muir with 2, Kate Allard with 6 points, and Mel McCarthy with 7. On the Londonderry side, we got Reagan Anderson with 5, Gemma Murray with 6, Mia Giampa with 3, and Samantha Sullivan with 4. By the way, I should point out there were 1, 2, 3, 4 3-point buckets by the Lancers, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Bulldogs. We at BCTV and WBNH would like to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage. Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. We thank them for their support. Teams ready to come back to the floor. Our next broadcast, by the way, will be Saturday, coming courtesy from Blue Hawk Media of Exeter. It's going to be girls hockey against the Exeter Blue Hawks. Saturday, 7:15 face-off. That'll be on BCTV channels 8 and 1072. Make sure you tune in for that. The girls hockey team having a fabulous year. They are at 8-8, by far the best season they've had. Here's Muir inside the McCarthy. Short jumper, too strong. Eva Zink with the rebound. She gets fouled. I believe that's going to be on Giampa. Waiting for the official. No, it's number 13. Brooke Wilson is in the game for the Lancers. She picks up the foul. So Eva Zink from the free throw line. That's good. First shot. First point of the game. 24-18 now. Second one from Eva Zink. Rims out, but it looks like it's going to go to the Lancers.
Yeah, I think it might have looked like Anderson tipped that, but they saw McCarthy.
So the ball inbound to Gemma Murray over the timeline. And like you said, once again, Muir gets the hand on the ball, sends it out of bounds. She's a disruptor today.
Yeah, Muir and Zink, I mean, you cannot be, you can't just dribble by him. You can't make passes there.
A little shove there by Anderson. I'm sorry, Murray. She got away with that. Here's Ekrit driving with the layup. Misses the mark, and McCarthy with the rebound. Grace Wolf in the game now, sorry.
Yeah, she went in for Eva Zink.
And a drive to the bucket by Annie Zink. Gets it in, 26-18. Sullivan gets it outside to Wilson. Back to Sullivan. Gets to the bucket, gets double teamed, and runs into a crowd of Bulldogs, but she gets the ball back, and now she has it back once again. Ekrit to Murray. Murray drives to the basket, and she gets the roll, and good. 8 points for Gemma Murray.
She's tough. I mean, she's their point guard. She can shoot, she can drive, she can dish. I mean, definitely triple threat.
Muir from 3, too strong. Rebound by Gemma Murray. Long lead pass intercepted by, or knocked out of bounds. I thought she was going to come up with that ball. Once again, who else? Sarah Muir.
She got lucky on that one. Murray got lucky.
Lancers inbound. Sullivan with the ball. Allard is watching her.
Yeah, Allard's doing a great job. I mean, she, you know.
And a great job there by Sullivan. She weaved her way through the Bedford defense and got to the bucket. She's got 8 points, or I'm sorry, 6 points, 26-22. Now Bedford up by 4. Zink still with the ball, watched by Murray. Pass across to McCarthy. She runs into a player, and they're going to call a foul. This is going to go on Brooke Wilson, her second foul.
The problem with guarding Sullivan, we'll look at the foul first. I mean, she was moving, so if you're going to call a foul, it's definitely not offensive, but I would have let that go, but.
Yeah, it was, I get your point, you know, and it's one of those things where both players are moving and they both make contact. Pass inside to McCarthy. She gets blocked out of bounds. Ball stays with the Bulldogs.
I was saying the problem with guarding Sullivan is she can shoot, but she also, if you get up on her, she can drive right by you.
They didn't post the foul, but I assume that was on Brooke, right?
Yeah.
That was number 2 on her. So Bedford inbounds. Muir tries to get inside to McCarthy, but it's stolen. Anderson with the ball. Into the corner to Murray. I think that's a 2-pointer. Yes, it is. 26-22. Lancers back to within 2. Zink to Muir. Steal attempt there by Murray. Pass over to Gracie Wolf. She takes a jumper. That's off the mark.
Here we go. 2-point game.
5:19 to go here in the second. Anderson dribbles. Wilson to Ekrit.
I think Ekrit's scoreless. I mean, she averages 12 a game, so look for her to try to get going here.
Wilson again. Bedford, I'm sorry, Lancers just weaving around, and a running jumper there by Sullivan drops, and it ties the game up. 8-0 run here for the Lancers, makes it 26-all. Muir to the basket. She had contact there, no call.
Yeah, I mean, that she definitely got hit in the face, but
Kick outside there to Wilson. Correction, that was Ekrid. Like you said, she's finally on the board, and Lancers take their first lead of the day, 28-26. 10-0 run here for the Lancers. Mel McCarthy holds, waits, looks for an opening. Now Allard from, they're going to call what, a travel?
no, it looks like offensive foul. I think it's going to be on Zink. It looks like a moving screen. I think they called it way late. That's why.
I had my eye on Allard. I didn't see anything there. I didn't see any contact, so I was wondering what the call was. But offensive foul gives the ball back to the Lancers. Anderson being watched, passes inside, almost stolen away, and it is. Here's Andy Zink. Almost had it taken away from her. Ball is safe from going out of bounds, but recovered there by the Lancers. Sullivan over the timeline.
Eva Zink's back in for Mel McCarthy.
Sullivan trying to back her way into a triple team, kicks it out there to Ekrid. Ekrid drives along the baseline, blocked there by Eva Zink. Gets the ball. They're going to call a travel right there. Oh man, that's a tough break. Zink tried to put on the brakes and let that pivot foot drag behind her. 3:30 to go here. Lancers up by 2, 28-26. They're on a 10-0 run. Sullivan washed by Allard. Gets a pick, drives almost into a double team. Now we got a tie up here. It is going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Lancers, so they keep possession. They will inbound from under the basket. Reagan Anderson. Now he changed that. It's going to be Gemma Murray. Stolen away here. Great play there by Eva Zink. Gets it to Allard, into the corner to Wolf. Now inside to Muir. That gets loose. Now Eva Zink picks it up. Almost a turnover for the Bulldogs. Allard gets it. Sullivan is on her. Allard decides to drive to the basket. Doesn't get the roll. But we get another jump ball here. And it's going to go to Bedford. Mia Giampa coming back into the game, and Brooke Wilson takes a seat on the bench. Bulldogs need to break this 10-0 run. Allard gets the ball in bounds. Andy Zink's going to try for three, and she gets it.
That's her third.
29-28, Bulldogs back on top. Now here's Murray. To Giampa. Sullivan. Allard trying to keep up with her. She goes to the bucket, now kicks it outside. The three there by Murray, too strong, bounces out. Allard gets the rebound. She's going to take a two-pointer here. That rolls, no good. Rebound Lancers. Here's a quick pass up for Sullivan, who gets the drop and gets the bucket. Lancers back up by 1, 30-29. 2 minutes to go here in the half. Andy Zink pulls up. Eva Zink loses it momentarily. Gets the ball back. Gets it to Muir. Kicks it out to Wolf for three. That's off the mark. Lancers get the rebound. Cross pass to Giampa. She waits for her teammates to join her. Here's Ekrid from three. She gets it.
It was only a matter of time. Returning All-Stater.
33-29 now. Lancers up by 4. 1:33 to go. Zink to Muir. Muir waits, looks for an opening. Finds it with Wolf. Gets it back to Zink. Now inside to Allard. She's going to work her way through a double team, but gets the foul, and she'll go to the line for 2. And the call is going to be on number 12, Ekrid. Her first foul.
Yep, she got her on the arm. I thought they were going to get Sullivan with her second, but
So Allard from the line. She's 1 for 1. Make that 2 for 2. Nope, not quite tied up. It's 30 to 33. Bulldogs are down by 4.
I'm going to keep saying, just remember, there's only 3 seniors on the court right now. So next year, it's these two teams are going to battle.
Allard perfect there. Brings the Bulldogs within 2. 1:17 to go here in the half. 33-31 Lancers. Stolen away by Muir. One-on-one against Murray. She puts it up a little too much, but Bedford gets the ball back. Annie Zink is going to draw the foul, and that's going to be on Murray, and I think that's going to be her second foul.
Nice steal by Muir. Nice hustle by Zink. Gets the foul. You know, I think teams are so used to seeing Annie Zink be a distributor, they don't realize she can score too. She's only averaging 6 points a game, but a lot of that is because, you know, she's looking to get her teammates involved. So she came out here, hitting the 3, taking the ball to the hoop.
Zink missed the first one. Second one on the way. That is good. Pulls the Bulldogs within 1. 33-32 now. 1 minute to go here in the half. Giampa stops. Gets it to Ekrit. Ekrit to Sullivan. Anderson waits, gets it to Sullivan. Now Giampa to Ekrit. Ekrit drives to the basket. Off the glass, no good. Bedford gets the rebound. Here's a chance to take the lead. Zink to Muir. Back inside to a driving Annie Zink, who puts it up too strong. Great play, couldn't get the drop, and we're going to get a foul on a Bedford player here.
It's going to be Ava Zink.
So Eva Zink picks up her first. And now 26 seconds to go here. Lancers will probably play for the last shot. Anderson pulls up, gets it to Murray in the corner for 3, no good. Eva Zink catches up to it. Annie Zink almost had it stolen away. Now here's a chance for Muir from 3 points, too strong. Rebound goes back to the Lancers, and the buzzer goes off, and that is where we're going to stand. A 1-point game. Londonderry 33 and the Bulldogs 32.
Definitely. I mean, that first half did not disappoint. Just like we thought, high-paced, a lot of scoring, a lot of different scorers. I mean, I felt like Allard did a great job on Sammy Sullivan. She still, I think, had probably a quiet 12 points, is my guess. But I think these two teams just, you know, this is what we've been looking forward to, and they're not disappointing.
Scoring so far, Annie Zink leading the way for the Bulldogs. She's got 10 points. Actually, correction, she's got 12 points. Sarah Muir with 2. Eva Zink with 1 from the foul line. Kate Allard, she's got 8. And Mel McCarthy with 7 points, that's right. On the Lancers side, Reagan Anderson with 5, Gemma Murray with 10. Brooke Ekrit coming alive all in the second quarter there. She's got 5. Mia Giampa with 3. Samantha Sullivan, she's got 10 points. And we're going to take a break and come back shortly, play these messages, and we'll come back with second half action momentarily.
BCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or Copperdoor.com.
And welcome back to Bedford High for the second half of this contest between the Londonderry Lancers and the Bedford Bulldogs. Quite a game so far, Mike Top. 33-32, Lancers up by 1.
Yeah, I mean, quite a game. I mean, we expected it. You never know. Both teams getting out in transition. Obviously, Londonderry knows Bedford. They're not letting them get out as much as they usually do. But, you know, when you have Sarah Muir, Annie Zink in those steals, it's hard to stop them. You know, first half was definitely a little more fast-paced than the second half, but, you know, Londonderry used that big run. They were down 10, ended the half up 1, so definitely a game of runs. I'm excited for the second half.
Got a score from Londonderry for the boys. They are taking on the Lancers in Londonderry, 21-10 after the first quarter. So the Bulldog boys are doing their job there. And we got a partial score, too, from Exeter. Nashua South is leading the Exeter Bluehawks. That's a game that Exeter can't afford to lose. They'll fall out of that three-way tie for first place with Bedford and Portsmouth.
Yeah, I mean, the boys, I think they got woken up. They had a game against Salem. Should have been an easy game. Came down to the wire. Landon Ellsmore hit a buzzer beater. They needed the buzzer beater here at home, and I think they realized that. It looks like they woke up here against Londonderry.
Lancers are about to inbound the ball. They're going from right to left. A little bit of discussion here at the scorers table.
Yeah, Owen Smith, the lead scorer, had a question for the ref.
And here we go. Gemma Murray with the ball, dribbles to Sullivan. Ekrit now drives, kicks it out, almost lost the handle there. Ekrit gets it back. Here's Anderson back to Ekrit. She's going to try the three. It's short. But Sullivan's there for the rebound, puts it away. 35-32.
Look for Bedford to go down low. You know, they got that mismatch from McCarthy on Anderson. Definitely a size advantage for Mel, and look for them to try to take advantage of that.
McCarthy kicks it out to Muir. Dribbles. Now she's got to get the ball to somebody else. It's Allard with it now. Allard drives to the bucket. High and draws the foul. I think a lot of times you take that drive to the bucket even if you don't think you're going to make it because you think you'll draw some contact, and that's exactly what happened there.
I mentioned Allard and Sullivan, probably the two best girls in the state. One of the things about them, they both hit their free throws.
They jinxed her.
Typically, they hit their free throws, but obviously not perfect, but, you know, both 70 to 80 easy% free throw shooters.
That foul, by the way, on Samantha Sullivan, that is her second. Second one from Allard. Now that was good. Allard is now 4 or 5 from the free throw line. 35-33 Lancers. Gemma Murphy tries a three. Rims out. Rebound Bedford. Allard gets it to McCarthy. McCarthy thought about the three. And they're going to say she moved her pivot foot. You hate to see that. Those are unforced errors.
Yeah.
So Bulldogs turn that over. Lancers coming back. Gemma Murray throws it across the timeline. Samantha Sullivan. Reagan Anderson drives down the key and gets it off the glass and in.
That's 7 for her.
37 now, 33 for the Lancers. Muir gets inside, had a little contact, now kicks it off to Eva Zink, puts it up too strong. Eva Zink gets their own rebound back. Now here's Annie Zink from 3. That rims out. Eva Zink there for the rebound, too strong. Bedford keeps coming up with the ball. They can't get the ball in the hole. A lot of contact, though. No call. Now finally Muir rims it out on 3. There's a lid on the basket here for the Bulldogs in the second half.
Yeah, both of those look down.
Lancers now. Sullivan dribbles across, changes direction. Gets it to Giampa. Little movement there, no call. Giampa to Ekrit. Ekrit tries to drive to the basket, puts it off the glass, no good. Mel McCarthy with the rebound. Annie Zink up to Eva Zink. She runs into a double team, ball loose on the ground. Lancers come up with it. Turnover Bedford. End-to-end action here. Andy Murray's going to go to the basket. A high shot off the glass is good. And we get a timeout here. 39-33, Lancers up by 6.
Londonderry just has, 4 girls that can finish, right? They take to the hole and they can finish. You'll see right here, right? Gemma Murray, their point guard, goes, gets the finishes.
I'm going to guess that Coach Gibbs is telling his girls to be a little more careful with the ball.
Yeah.
Don't make any wild passes and just fight for that possession.
To your point, you can't have those unforced errors, right? I mean, it's one thing trying to fast break, but you can't have travels off the ball or easy passes getting stolen.
Timeout just about over. Teams returning to the court. Quick reminder, girls hockey on BCTV at Bedford 105.1. I'm sorry, not on Bedford 105.1, just BCTV. It's going to be a production from Blue Hawk Media from Exeter. They will cover the game from Exeter, and that's going to be a 7:15 start on BCTV Channel 8 and 1072.
Looks like Bedford made 2 subs. Grace Wolf, Juliet Laws came in, the freshman.
Coach Gibbs getting some fresh troops out on the floor here, try to shake things up. Allard dribbles. She dribbles right into a triple team. Gets the ball back, now loses it. They're going to call, a jump ball? Yes, they will, and Bedford will retain possession. Now, that's exactly, I think, what's going to drive Coach Gibbs up the wall, is that putting yourself into that triple team. And it looks like Allard got hit in the eye. Shaking it off. I think she'll be okay, but
it would take a lot.
Gearing up.
Take a lot to get her out of this game.
So Bedford with the ball again, trailing by 6, 39-33. Got to get it in bounds here. Allard now tries to drive. She got hit in the face. Here's Laws to the basket, too strong. A couple of these layups have been just a little too strong for the basket. Another tie up here, jump ball, that's going to go to the Lancers. So good hustle, but the arrow is favoring Londonderry there. Yeah, they've been having a hard time just laying the ball up here, just putting it up too strong. I guess they're just fearful of getting contact. Not really taking their time for the shot. And here's Tia Giampa on the baseline with a floater, and good. Giampa with 5. 41-33, Lancers up by 8.
You definitely got to get out of her. She can hit the threes, and then obviously if she's out too far, she's going to hit that jumper.
Here's Muir. Stops. Gets it to Laws. Wolf looks for an outlet pass. Finds Andy Zink. Here's Laws again. Lost the ball, but luckily Allard was right there to find it. Allard dribbles against Sullivan. She tries to drive, runs into Sullivan, can't get a shot away. What's the call here?
That might be her third. That could be her third. Yep.
And it is on Sullivan. Yep, number 3. So she's going to get into a little trouble here. They show only up. There's 3. They updated the scoreboard.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to, is he going to switch up, put someone else on Allard? He can't risk her getting her 4th in the 3rd quarter, that's for sure.
No, I think you're right. I think Sullivan is going to take a seat on the bench here for a breather, maybe come back for the 4th quarter, which is only 4 minutes away, and the Lancers do have an 8-point lead, 41-33. It's a rarity to find the Bulldogs down by that much, by 8 points this late in the game.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think Pinkerton had them a couple pretty late. They had them up 2 or 3. But other than that, yeah, this late in the game, they have not seen even besides that game, a single digit.
If you're watching on TV, you're seeing a quick cut in with the boys' game. Now we are back in action here with Allard's free throw, and the first one is good. 6 of 7 for Allard. Second one on the way. That one perfect as well. 41-35. Lancers coming back. Murray gets it to Anderson. Anderson finds her way to the basket. Now turns the ball over. Wolf has it.
Oh, yep. So Sullivan's in, but you see that they switched up on Allard. They got Brooke Wilson guarding Allard now.
Laws gets it to Wolf. One dribble. Cross to Zink. Now to the corner for Muir. She's going to take a two-pointer. And it's no good. Rebound Bedford. Annie Zink loses her balance, and they're going to say she traveled. She got caught between driving for the bucket or trying to get the pass to her teammate, and that moment of indecision just tipped her over, and her pivot foot came off the floor. So the Lancers with the ball now. Wilson. Ekrit drives back outside, now back in. Wilson back to Ekrit. Trying to find an outlet pass. Tried to get it to Sullivan. They're going to say off a Bedford player, off the Zink. So inbounds for the Lancers. 3:08 to go here in the third quarter. 41-35, Londonderry leads. Gets it into Murray. Short floater is in.
That was a great move. She faked, and then went baseline. Little floater. Great move by Murray.
Back up to an 8-point lead, 43-35. Here's Zink. Gets it to Muir, kicks it outside to Wolf. Thought about the three, but puts it on the ground. Back to Zink now. Zink dribbles once, gets it to Laws. To the bucket, and gets it in. Julia Laws, her first 2 points.
She's starting, you know, she was off all last season. She's just getting back in there, and you see, like, only a freshman, but she can make things happen. As Ekrit hits that.
Ekrit with 2 there. And a quick answer there by Allard. And she's going to get the and one.
The Londonderry, he's got a decision. Does he risk getting Sammy Sullivan her fourth, or does, you know, he create a mismatch on Allard? You see what happens when she's not guarding her.
Ball rims out, goes out of bounds, and what's the call up? They're going to say off the Londonderry player. I'm sorry, off the Bedford player. Although that official looked like he wasn't sure there for a minute. So that and one no good. It's 45-39. Bedford down by 6 here with 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Anderson dribbles, leaves it there for Murray. Kicks it out to Ekrit. Ekrit now drives, had it stripped. Murray picks it up. Murray still with the ball. Laws on her, inside to Sullivan.
Ooh, she got lucky. Almost got her fourth at that swipe at Allard. Could have easily called her for a fourth.
Here's Annie Zink. Three-pointer is short. Back to Annie Zink now. Thanks to the rebound by Muir. Now the Bulldogs are going to reset here. Muir waits, thinks about going it inside. Instead throws it all the way to Laws. Now into the corner to Zink. Zink still dribbling. Kicks it out to Muir. Muir drives to the bucket. Up and in.
Great ball movement. Great ball movement.
45-41 now. Lancers up by 4. That was Muir's 5th point. Here's a long three, and it's good from Murray. 48-41, under a minute to play here. Lancers are up. Pass inside to Allard. She throws up an off-balance shot, but Wolf is able to get the rebound. Laws gets it, kicks it outside the Wolves. This is going to be a two-pointer, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds. Ooh, come on. Yeah, come on. That is definitely not.
That was definitely better.
The Lancer player pulled that ball out of bounds, so I'm going to disagree with that call. They give the ball to the Lancers there, even though
100%.
It went off the Lancers player.
You could tell by Muir's reaction. She was laughing.
Murray to Sullivan. On Allard. Sullivan tries to kick it out to Murray. Here's a three. Bounces over the backboard, and that's going to be Bedford ball. So 15.6 seconds to go. 48-41 is the score. Lancers up by 7. Let's see if the Bedford Bulldogs can make it a little closer here. Annie Zink tries to drive, puts off an off-balance shot. Laws had it momentarily. It's on the floor. Still loose, and they're going to say jump ball, but it doesn't matter. The buzzer went off. And that's going to do it for 3/4 of play. And the Lancers are up by 7, 48-41.
Yeah, I mean, as we say, we see the balance scoring. I think, Murray's got 15. Sullivan's in double digits, so, they can beat you so many ways. Boys up, I just got to update, boys up 34-25 at half. So they're holding their own there down in Londonderry.
Scoring so far for the Bulldogs, you've got Annie Zink shut out in that 3rd quarter, but she's got 12. Sarah Muir with 4 points. Eva Zink with 1. Julia Laws with 2. Kate Allard leading Bedford with 15 points. Mel McCarthy with 7. She also got shut out in the 3rd quarter. For Reagan Anderson, she's got 9. 15 for Gemma Murray. 7 for Brooke Ekred. 5 for Mia Giampa, and 12 for Samantha Sullivan. We at BCTV and Bedford 105.1 would like to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage. That includes Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. Thank you very much for your support. Bedford with the possession arrow, so they inbound to start this 4th quarter down by 7. Zink waits, gets it to Eva Zink. Muir on the far side. Dribbles, waits, drops it back. And they're going to call a travel on Annie Zink. Took an extra little bunny step there. Unforced errors. They're really killing the Bulldogs here. They got to get back in this game. They only have 7.5 minutes to make up a 7-point deficit. Could happen, but not if you keep turning the ball over. Sullivan with it. Gets it down low to Anderson. Murray to Ekred. Leaves it there for number 14, Giampa. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Londonderry bench.
Yeah, I mean, Londonderry is going to be fine just, wasting that clock. To your point, only 7 minutes to make up 7 points. The clock is in their favor, so, they're not going to rush it. They're going to, work it for a good shot and try not to turn the ball over.
Neither team is really in danger of being in the bonus for a while here. Really we haven't had that many fouls in this game.
Definitely not. I mean, they've been, couple things that we both felt they could have called. They're definitely, erring on the side of letting them play, which I like.
Yeah. But the Bulldogs could use a few more free throws for sure. A couple of free tries for some points here. So 7:16 to go. The Lancers inbound. This is Murray. Back to Sullivan.
So Bedford's coming out in the zone, so we'll see what that is.
Here's the 3-point try by Sullivan. Too strong. And Muir gets the rebound for Bedford. Muir gets it to Mel McCarthy. Into the key, and they're going to say another travel. I don't understand why this is such a problem today. They are just not thinking about that pivot foot. You can see Coach Gibbs not happy with
back in that zone.
They're giving that ball away too often. Here's Anderson, drives the key, kicks it out now to Mia Giampa, tries a 3, too strong, and Allard with the rebound. Bedford driving, gets it up to Eva Zink, and she's going to put it in off the glass. 2 points there for Eva Zink. She's got 3 points, and then a quick answer there by Ekred. 50-43. Lancers are up. I can barely write down the score, and then another score comes in. Eva Zink kicking it back to Muir, drives to the bucket. Who's not strong enough, but she will pick up the foul. And let's see who the call is on.
Gemma Murray, it looks like.
And that is her third as well. So you've got two Lancers approaching foul trouble. Muir misses her first. Usually very sure-handed. Second try here to get this to a 6-point game. That one is good. So Muir now with 5 points. 50 to 44.
Watch Bedford put the pressure on. They want some steals.
And they're going to call a blocking foul there on Eva Zink.
If I'm Bedford, I'm actually okay with that. It looked like Sullivan had the baseline. Could be worse things than giving the ball on the baseline.
So inbounds underneath the basket. Anderson looking for an open player here. Finds Anderson. She takes a quick jumper. No good, but Murray gets the rebound. Now she tries a three and gets it.
That's a killer right there, right? They had the rebound. Gave up an offensive rebound. It's a 3-point swing.
It's a 9-point lead now for the Lancers, 53-44. Muir to Zink. Puts it on the floor. Tries to get inside the McCarthy, and a reach in. They're going to call a foul here.
That's her fourth. That's going to be her fourth.
Gemma Murray, the guilty party here. Foul number 4. Not a shooting foul, however. McCarthy's going to come out of the game here. Inbounds. There's Allard. She's going to try the three. No good. And contact there. Looks like a foul on Bedford. It will be on Zink. That's her third. 5:19 to play. 9-point lead here for Londonderry. 53-44. You know, they were hitting the threes there in the first half. They're not falling now. Not much falling for the Bulldogs, in fact, in the second half. Sullivan to Ekrit. Back to Sullivan. She's going to try the three. No good. Zink with the rebound. Gets it to Grace Wolf. Over the timeline. Wolf dribbles. Andy Zink. To Eva Zink. Waits. Puts it on the ground. Drives to the bucket. Draws the foul. And that's going to be number 4 on Miss Sullivan. So both Gemma Murray and Samantha Sullivan with 4 fouls each. Oh boy, that one thought about going out, but luckily fell. Bedford needs every point at this point. 53-45. Another one on the way here. That one is a swisher. 46-53. Bedford still trails. They've got 7 points to make up here in the last 4:44. Giampa. Oh, Murray. Back to Giampa. Sullivan. Lancers just keeping it on the far perimeter, keeping it far away, daring the Bulldogs to come out and meet them there. Now his potential turnover, and instead we're going to get a foul call here. I believe that's going to be on Wolf. Yes, that is her first foul. And only the third team foul here.
No.
Anderson inbounds it.
Ooh, I saw that.
Oh,
I saw.
and they caught that. Yes,
I'm right, luckily, I'm right here, and I saw that.
Over and back. Gemma Anderson got that heel over the timeline. It's a turnover for the Lancers. Now the Bulldogs get the chance here. They are down by 7, a chance to get it down to 5 or 4. This is Zink. Allard's going to try the three and gets it.
Now Now we're down
18 points for Allard. 4-point game, 53-49.
Oh,
Here's a turnover. And we're going to have a foul on Anderson. Reagan Anderson ran into Ava Zink. Broke up that layup. But here's a chance for the Bulldogs to make it a 2-point game.
yeah.
As good.
Down to one possession now. It'd be interesting to see, are the Bulldogs now this close going to go after Murray and Sullivan and try to get them in foul trouble or an easy bucket?
It's a 6-0 run here for the Bulldogs, trying to make it 7-0, and they do. 51-53. Bulldogs are within 2 points here, and they're going to press in the backcourt. Egret makes the break. Now Giampa's going to try from 3 from the corner. Bounces, and we're going to get a, what's the call?
It's a hit off the wire
hit off
right
top
there.
of the wire.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I only know that because I play in a men's league here, and I know they call that a lot. So
failed attempt to score there by the Lancers. Bulldogs with the ball back. Zink with it. A chance to tie or take the lead. Andy Zink, a little bit of trouble here trying to find an opening. Gets it to Ava. Now to Muir. Muir thought about a 3, instead waits. Cross court to Annie Zink. Annie dribbles to the bucket. Put it up and good.
she knows Murray can't play defense. She went right at her. You see that? That's smart basketball. She knows Murray cannot foul out of this game.
9-0 run here for the Bulldogs. They tied up 53-all. Sullivan tried to get it to Murray. Murray shot no good. Kind of off-balance shot. Allard gets it back. Here's a chance for Bedford to take the lead. Muir pulls up, kicks it out, gets it down to the corner to Zink. She decides to pull it down. Zink dribbles. Pass inside. And a foul called.
Two shots.
Two-shot foul. You're right. It's a bonus. And the foul is going to be on number 12, Ekret. I believe. Is it Ekret?
Yep.
Yes, it is. Ekret. 2 fouls on her. All tied up. And Sarah Muir with a chance to put the Bulldogs in the lead from the foul stripe. She's 1 for 2 tonight. 2 for 3. 54-53, 10-0 run here for the Bulldogs. And she gets the friendly roll there. 3 for 4, 55-53, Bulldogs up by 2, 2:43 to play.
You know there's urgency. Sullivan, that was the first time she took the ball up the whole game.
Sullivan stops, gets it to Murray, and she's going to call a travel on Murray. That could have been called a foul.
That was a questionable.
She had her arms hit, but instead they saw the pivot foot move. So the Bulldogs get it back. They're up by 2, 55-53. Here's Muir, finds Wolf. Inside to Zink, a little trouble handling it. Potential turnover here. Tied up. Going to be jump ball. Who gets the ball? Where's the arrow? Oh, goes to Lancers.
Bedford got the ball at the quarter, and I think that was the last jump ball.
2:13 to play. We're going to get a timeout here. While we've got a little bit of time, let's thank our underwriters one more time. Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. We thank them very much for their support of bringing these games to you. Do we have an update on the boys game?
Halftime, boys up 34-29. I mean 34-25, up 9 points. Bedford boys, that is.
We're going to have the boys season finale on Tuesday. They're going to be hosting the Spalding Red Raiders here Tuesday, the 25th. And that's going to be on BCTV in Bedford 105.1. Boys hockey on Monday against the Wyndham Jaguars. That's the 24th, 7:40 face-off. Girls hockey Saturday, 7:15 p.m. in Exeter production will be shared with us on BCTV. Girls hockey having a great season so far, 8-8. And our first playoff game, no matter what happens here tonight, the ladies will be playing on Monday, March 3rd against an opponent to be determined. So here we go, 2-point lead for the Bulldogs. Lancers get the ball, 2:13 to play. Gemma Murray passes it up to Giampa, back to Murray.
Still going zone.
Here's Sullivan, dribbles, gets it to Ekret, to Sullivan. Giampa, Lancers taking their time here. Ekret, back to Sullivan. She had a little trouble with that. Gemma Murray, pass back out to Anderson, to Ekret. Oh, and here's a potential turnover. Oh, that was tipped by Muir, so Lancers could retrieve the ball over the timeline. Sullivan gets it down to Reagan Anderson, gets it back to Sullivan. They're just letting the clock run here. 90 seconds left in regulation.
That was Sullivan. I thought Muir was going to jump on that one.
Giampa, Ekret drives to the basket, hit out of bounds. That goes off the hands of Eva Zink, and it's going to be Lancers ball here with 1:19 to play. Still trailing by 2, 55-53 Bedford.
If I'm Bedford, I close out on threes, rebound. You can live with it too. You don't want them taking the lead here.
Anderson trying to inbound here. She's got to hurry. And she throws it out of bounds. A great defensive play there by the Bulldogs.
I'm surprised. I think Londonderry's coach, he didn't want to use a timeout. I mean, that looked like it was trouble, but that could be pivotal.
Now here are the Bulldogs. They have a chance to run the clock down themselves. They've got the lead. They don't have to shoot. There's no shot clock here. Here's Allard, dribbles. Leaves it for Muir. Across to Andy Zink. Zink waits. Almost lost control of the ball, but that was tipped. The official telling the Londonderry coach that was a tip ball. Inside to Allard. She tries to get to the bucket, but they're going to call a foul. What is this?
They call a foul, 2 shots.
And it's going to be on Allard, who it's on 14, Giampa, right? Number 14?
Yes. She looks confused, but I think she grabbed her wrist.
Here's Allard. Rims out.
She can make it a 3-point game with here.
Yeah, that was big. If 4 points would have been 2 possessions here. Another chance here, push it to a 3-point lead, and she does that. Now, 19 points now for Allard.
Sullivan,
49 seconds to go. Sorry.
Sullivan.
Here's Murray. Sullivan. Dribbles. Picks it out to Ekret. Ekret over to Murray. Pass across to Sullivan. She's going to take a 2 off the mark. Allard gets the rebound. And finally the foul is called. I don't know how many blows Allard is supposed to take. Now the officials are talking things over here. I mean, Allard was getting pummeled after getting the rebound. We'll see what the call is here, whether they may call a travel here.
Oh, he got the timeout first. He got the timeout first.
Okay, so there you go. So no foul, a timeout called by Coach Gibbs. 29.9 seconds to go here, 56-53. Bedford, they fought all the way back from being 9 points down to take a 3-point lead.
I mean, I don't want to take credit away from Bedford, but with Murray and Sullivan with those 4 fouls, that totally altered the game.
Yeah,
and Bedford did a great job of taking advantage of that, finding the mismatches, knowing those 2 girls can't play aggressive on defense. And you saw Zink had an easy layup. Allard had some mismatches, so it just shows that early foul trouble can hurt you down the stretch.
Indeed. And with 30 seconds left here in the game, do you think they're still going to play it soft like that, or do you think they're going to just do whatever they have to do to stop Bedford from scoring?
My guess is they're going to foul pretty soon. They're going to go for the steal, and then if they don't get it, they're going to foul. What they don't want to do is allow Bedford to get the ball down to 10 seconds and then score. So even if Bedford hits 2 free throws, 5 points in 20 seconds, they can come back. But you see they're pressing.
14 of 18 is the free throw percentage for the Bulldogs in this game. They get it into Zink. Zink is fouled quickly there by Brooke Wilson. That's her 3rd, but at this point it's not a big deal.
So you'll see that Londonderry's they're doing offense defense. So Murray and Sullivan were out. Now they're coming back in. So you see this sometimes in college, NBA. Foul trouble, sit on the bench during defense, and then go back in offense.
Zink is 1 for 2 from the foul stripe. She's got 15 points in the game. Chance to make it a 2-possession game.
That was clutch.
And she does it. Did you notice how quiet the gym got?
Yep.
You hear a pin drop.
Yep.
Dead silent. Everybody holding their breath. 57-53 now. And she gets the roll. Lancers coming back. They trail by 5. 3-pointer there off the mark. Rebound Bedford. Zink gets a foul there from Giampa. They're going to put the Bulldogs on the stripe. It is bonus time here for the Bulldogs. And they could add to this lead. 18.1 seconds to go. Up 58-53. Perfect shot there by Zink.
Up 6. This free throw to me puts it away. 6 is tough to begin with. 7, that's a 3-possession game.
This is a 16-0 run by the Bulldogs. 16-0. Lancers going to try to 3 here. Ekrit off the mark. And there's going to be a foul call there on Grace Wolf, reaching over, but there's only 7 seconds left here. 7-point lead. And if they had the foul to give here, that's only the 14th foul on the Bulldogs, so Lancers will inbound the ball here.
Definitely a high game for Annie Zink. I believe she has 18 points. As I said, usually she's the playmaker.
Here's Murray. No room here. Now the shot by Anderson off the mark. And that's going to do it. What a turnaround. It was 53-44 with about 4.5 minutes to go in the game. 16 points in a row by the Bulldogs. Make it a 7-point win, 60-53.
Definitely a game of runs, right? You saw it early. Bedford got out to a 10-point lead. Londonderry erased that. Londonderry got out to a 9-point lead. And then, to your point, Bedford closed it out when it mattered. Great game. I don't want to call it too early, but it looks like this is going to be the matchup at UNH come March, and I'm excited to see that the rematch.
And here we have the scoring for you. Annie Zink finishing with 19. We got Sarah Muir with 7, Eva Zink with 4, Juliet Laws with 2, Kate Allard with 19 points, and Mel McCarthy with 7. Just making sure I didn't miss anybody. No, I did not. Reagan Anderson with 9 points, 18 for Gemma Murray, 9 for Brooke Ekrit, 5 for Mia Giampa, and 12 for Samantha Sullivan. And that's going to do it for our contest here. 60-53 is your final. Mike Top, thank you very much for joining me on the broadcast. Andrew Fenn back in the studio doing replays. Bill Jennings on camera. That's your BCTV crew. We thank you very much, and so long from Bedford High Gym.